What if I told you that after watching this video, you'll walk through the airport stress-free and avoid silly mistakes that could ruin your trip? Because no one wants to be stuck at the security, holding up the whole queue, having everyone staring at you while you have to unpack your luggage because of some harmless-looking objects. So, today, we'll review 4 common mistakes that could ruin your trip and how to fix them. The first mistake is by far the most overlooked, yet the most important, which will determine how much money you end up saving or lose. Mistake 1. Booking the wrong way. When you think about booking flights, it's probably just booking several months before the departure to save some money, or play it risky and hope for the price to magically go down. And there's nothing wrong about this. Everyone has their own ways. But there's one thing most people do before booking a flight that secretly raises the price. Repeatedly checking the same flight on a logged-in browser. Confused, huh? I also was when I heard about that. But by repeatedly looking at that one flight, it shows strong interest, and airlines surely don't keep a closed eye on this. They use this data to subtly increase the prices. But since we're talking about flight tickets, it can go from $10 to $100. It all depends on how many days you've been checking. But how do we get rid of this hassle? By always checking on incognito mode, you won't alert anyone in your logged-in browser that you're checking flight tickets. Another alternative is by using a VPN. But this saved up money wouldn't feel good if you ignore this little detail that could get you stuck in the airport for hours. Mistake 2. Not checking your ticket. Imagine booking a flight, arriving at the airport early because you don't want to miss that one meeting, going through the 40-minute queue, dealing with the TSA, just to realize there is a layover. Everything you planned just falls apart. I know that would be the last of your wishes. Or by booking a flight that is suspiciously cheap, there's often a catch, like a layover, or worse, a stepover. So before you book anything, make sure to really check that ticket to avoid any bad surprises. A simple yet effective habit that could save your time. Avoiding this next mistake would probably be the key for a smooth and seamless experience. Mistake 3. Not packing your luggage the right way. This next mistake is probably the most frustrating. Having to unpack your luggage because you brought in an item that isn't allowed. For example, your powerful power bank. If it's over 160 watt-hour, confiscated. Got a little scissor? If the blade's over 2.36 inches, confiscated. Oversized liquid in your transparent quarter-sized bag, confiscated. You probably get it now. That list is so long that you could easily bring in something that's prohibited without realizing. And we haven't even talked about luggage weight and height limitations. There are so many ways to waste time, but here, I'll tell you the basics. Obviously no knives, fireworks, tools, or guns. Seems obvious, right? Now, let's dive in a bit deeper into what isn't allowed you may not know. First off, as I told you earlier, any power bank under 100 watt-hour is allowed, only in your carry-on bag for obvious reasons. But anything that ranges from 100 to 160 watt-hour requires your airline's approval. As for above 160 watt-hour, just forget about it. Now, for the 311 rule. Even though airlines tried to change it worldwide to allow bigger containers, here we are, in the same situation. Stick to the 100 milliliter limit per container in a clear 1¼ bag, and you'll be fine. By the way, if you happen to own a smart luggage, if the battery cannot be removed, be ready to spend for another, because it won't pass security. The last mistake could easily cost you some expensive extra bill if you forget about it. Mistake 4. Not taking snacks. Not taking snacks is probably the worst mistake you could make, and if you have kids, well, Prepare to see an eye-watering addition for the same snacks you could have got for under $5 at your local store. Just be mindful to not bring snacks that smell. You don't want to receive nasty stares from people. And don't forget that the 100 milliliter rule also applies on drinks, so you may forget about bringing a soda. And if you're wondering, almost all snacks are allowed, as long as they're not classified as drinks, which would put them under the 100-meter rule. That's it. I hope you found some useful answers in this video. If you did, consider liking and subscribing. Also, got some funny anecdotes? Comment them below, because I'd love to read them. Wish you a great flight.